Hey guys, how's it going? So today, basically, I wanted to create a video to show how to use YouTube to boost your immersion environment, how to train YouTube to boost your immersion environment instead of fighting against it. And I'm quickly going to go about how I came about this video. Is basically, I was having a think about all the times that I break watching stuff in Chinese to watch stuff in English, and thinking about why these things happen. And I kind of came to realize that a lot of the time when you go out and kind of start watching stuff in English when I feel like I should be doing stuff in Chinese, it's not because I've gone out and actively seeked stuff to watch in English. It's normally because either someone sent it to me, whether it's my girlfriend or my friend or something, or YouTube's recommended it to me, Netflix has recommended it to me, or something like that. So I've been going through recently and thinking how I can try and stop this from happening, and what I can do to try and change YouTube to get it to stop recommending stuff in English and start recommending stuff in Chinese. And I think this is really important, because I feel like most of what it's like in kind of staying actively immersed in a language is not actually to do with willpower. It's almost entirely to do with environment. And if every time you log into YouTube you're getting bombarded with notifications for interesting videos to watch in Chinese, and you've got like all the recommended videos on the home tab are just all in Chinese, and you're not seeing any English there, well then you're not going to watch anything in English. You're just going to click on the videos that you find interesting, and before you know it you'd have spent an hour or 2 hours watching random videos on YouTube and just immersing in Chinese. So that's how I kind of came about this. I wanted to try and show you guys how what I've been doing to try and train YouTube to help boost my immersion environment. I wanted to go over quickly about some another productivity tip that I was kind of thinking about today, because I kind of came to realize as well that when I'm starting a day, sometimes like the first half an hour of the day seems to set the mood for the rest of the day in terms of how productive that's going to be or how not productive it's going to be. And then if I start the day wrong, sometimes it can be really hard to kind of get back into track. I kind of had a bit of an off day today. I got up, I spent like half an hour on the phone, just scrolling through like random things, and then Skyped my friend Ryan, and then before I knew it, it was already like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I hadn't even done anything. It's 5 at the time of recording this, so I've managed to get a few things done, and then I think again the same with being productive as opposed to as well as immersion. It's all about the environment that you create. So for example, when I got off Skype, I went to got lunch, came back, and I was eating lunch while watching like some Chinese videos on YouTube, and then I was kind of thinking, I have this list of things to do. I need to clean my room, I need to clean the living room out there, I wanted to record a video, I wanted to do all these other things, and then I kind of just thinking, oh yeah, I have loads of time, I can't be bothered to right now. And I also haven't even read that day as well. And then it can be very hard to bring yourself to do these things. So I wanted to, how do I get myself from that position to the point when you're doing what you want to be doing or know you should be doing, which in my case back then was reading. So what I did is I was kind of like, I can't be bothered to read just yet, so I'll listen to a bit of music. I was listening to Jem. She's a artist from Hong Kong, has a lot of stuff in Mandarin as well, and some collabs with like Mayday and stuff. Some of them are really good, so I was listening to that, and then I was like, okay, so I want to start reading, do all these things, but how do I start? So first thing I did, I messaged my girlfriend saying I'm going to be going offline for a bit, like switch my internet off, I want to read. So then first thing I did that, turned the internet off on my phone, closed all of this was while I was listening to the music, because it's easy to do these things, close all of the tabs apart from that one tab on YouTube with the music on, close WhatsApp, close Line, Facebook, whatever. And then what I did is I opened the Kindle on the page that I was about to start reading on. And all of that's easy to do. It takes no willpower to close stuff, to close a window, and to turn on a Kindle. That was really easy to do while I was just listening and enjoying the music. And then when the song ended, closed the internet window. And then because of what I was doing while I was listening to the song, the environment you just created, the only thing that's left in front of me, like my phone's out of arm's reach, in the internet off, my internet's now closed on my computer's shut the lid, and all I'm left there is with a Kindle in front of me open on the page that I'm about to start reading on. So naturally, again, doesn't take much effort. You just pick the Kindle up and start reading. So I found a lot of the time, instead of trying to kind of cultivate our environment to kind of make things easy and effortless for us to kind of transition into these things, a lot of people really try to like force and go against like your natural tendencies, which I kind of and I've done that a lot in the past, but now I'm kind of getting to the stage where I think I know, and you kind of look in retrospect about why you did this, why you kind of lazed around all day, why you didn't do this, why you did do that instead. And I think it's all from the environment. So that's something I'm trying to work on at the moment, is really help creating the environment, not only for immersion but to be more productive as well. So yeah, that was the two things I wanted to touch on today. I'm going to quickly show you now what I mean when I was talking about creating an environment on YouTube. So this is my YouTube account here, and as you can see, the first thing I think you want to do if you're serious about learning the language is set the YouTube language to whatever your target language is. Chinese, Taiwan, and again I've set the region to Taiwan, and this is, everyone recommends to do that. That's nothing in particular. But then one thing I want to show you is I want to quickly go under my subscriptions here. So apart from this one here, Map versus Japan, all of these are in Chinese, and a lot of these have the bell turned on. So a lot of the time I kind of get back from university, I just go, I kind of can't really be bothered to do anything too productive, so I'll just go onto YouTube, and then you open the notifications and you've just got a list, and you go, okay, this looks quite interesting, I want to watch this M95 or whatever, let's watch this guy playing video games a bit, or like watch D-May or whatever. Again, you don't have to, it's not like English stuff's coming up and I'm having to choose, do I watch English or Chinese? No, you just get back, go, I'm going to watch YouTube for a bit, and all of the recommended videos are just in Chinese. So that's the second step, and I think that's probably not going to become much of a surprise to most people. But the other thing about YouTube is you watch, I don't know why it recommends the videos it does, but you seem to watch like one video once on like some random topic. Say I was googling how to do something and you watch a tutorial, and then it seems to recommend loads of those similar types of videos on like the main bit of YouTube here on the page. And it's happened a lot in the past when I've realized, when I broke immersion, I went on YouTube here and seen old channels that I was subscribed to before about stuff that I'm interested in, and you see like a 2-hour video on it, and because my willpower is not great, I can't resist clicking on it, and then before you know it, 2 hours has gone like that. So what I do to make sure that stop happening is, if you actually click on go on any video here and you click on the 3 dots to the right, you can see there's 2 options here. One of them is I'm not interested in this, and the other one is don't recommend me videos from this channel. So when stuff like that comes up, even if I click on the video at the time, I make sure to go back on these dots and click, I'm not interested in that channel, or I'm not interested in this content. So at least I'm trying to tell YouTube, even though I click on it, which sometimes, is probably a bit contradictory, but I'm telling YouTube that I don't want to watch this stuff. And then from just doing that, you can see now when I'm scrolling down here, like the vast majority, if not all, are in Chinese. So then what you do if you finally come across a video that's not in your target language, you can click on these 3 dots and click I'm not interested, or don't recommend videos from this channel, and then this will disappear here, and it shouldn't recommend videos like this again. And if you keep on telling it like this, it would recommend less and less of these videos in the future. And then if you combine that with having a lot of channels you like, you just keep on watching these videos coming in and the notifications. Those 2 things together are going to slowly change the videos that come up on your page to be more and more Chinese and what you want it to be. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk about today. I think I've found that if you set up the right environment, then the environment does most of the work for you. And because setting up the environment is actually something that's relatively easy to do, it's clicking on a button or closing something, then that takes very minimal effort, and things that take minimal effort don't require a lot of willpower to do. So you focus on doing all of those really small, easy to do things that take no willpower to kind of build the environment. And then when the environment's there, that'll kind of just take care of the rest, and you'll find that you'll just naturally start gravitating towards doing more things in your target language. So that's what I wanted to do about today. I know I've always kind of talked a lot about kind of how I think immersion is kind of useful, and I think it is really, really useful, but I wanted to try and share more videos on like how to actually go about it and like the little things you can do to try and make it easier and kind of keep on track. So that's what I've noticed about myself, about what normally makes me kind of go off track. And I'm interested to know, normally when you guys, like, if you're trying to, like, say, watch something in Chinese or Japanese or whatever, and normally when you kind of go off track and kind of veer off into English or, your mother tongue or whatever that is, what do you think it is that normally causes that? Because these are the things that I've identified. I'm sure there's others that I haven't thought about. So if you've got any other advice or any experiences relevant to this, then please let me know below. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace.